I watched my sister throw a coffee mug across the room during what was supposed to be a family meeting about mom's care. That moment changed everything. Not because of the broken ceramic on the floor, but because it shattered the illusion that love alone could get us through this. Elder care destroys families. I'm not being dramatic. I'm telling you what nobody wants to admit. The statistics are brutal. 70% of families caring for aging parents report significant conflict. Half of those conflicts lead to permanent rifts. We were heading straight toward becoming another statistic. Here's what nobody tells you when your parent starts needing help. The fights aren't really about whether mom should move to assisted living or who forgot to refill her prescriptions. They're about 30 years of unresolved sibling dynamics exploding under the pressure of impossible decisions. And if you don't understand this, you're already losing. Let me take you back to where our story really begins. 6 months before the coffee mug incident, Dad called a family meeting. He was 82. Mom was 79 and showing signs of dementia. Nothing severe yet, just forgetting appointments and repeating questions. Dad wanted to discuss the future. We all showed up thinking we'd have a calm, rational conversation. We're educated people. We love each other. How hard could it be? Within 20 minutes, my brother stormed out. My sister was in tears. I was so angry I couldn't speak. Dad just sat there looking defeated. The problem wasn't that we disagreed about what mom needed. The problem was that each of us was fighting a completely different battle. My brother, the oldest, felt responsible for everything. He wanted to control every decision because he thought that's what being the responsible one meant. My sister, the youngest, felt ignored and dismissed. She had valid ideas but nobody would listen. And me? I was caught in the middle, trying to keep everyone happy and slowly losing my mind. This is the first trap that destroys families during elder care. We bring our childhood roles into adult caregiving situations. The responsible oldest child becomes the dictator. The ignored youngest becomes the rebel. The middle child becomes the mediator who burns out trying to fix everything. Sound familiar? But here's where it gets worse. Add money into the mix. Dad had some savings, but not enough for premium care facilities. Mom's medical needs were increasing. Someone would need to contribute financially or provide hands-on care. Maybe both. Suddenly we weren't just dealing with emotional baggage. We were dealing with actual baggage that cost real money. My brother assumed he'd manage the finances because he made the most money. My sister felt insulted because she'd actually studied gerontology in college. I was worried about my own family's budget. None of us could agree on what fair looked like. Every conversation about money felt like someone was accusing someone else of being selfish or irresponsible. The second trap that destroys families is the money trap. When financial resources are limited and needs are high, every decision becomes loaded with resentment. Who contributes more? Who sacrifices more? Who gets to make decisions about how money is spent? These questions have no easy answers, and they poison relationships faster than almost anything else. Then Therese, the geographical trap. My brother lived 15 minutes from our parents. I lived 2 hours away. My sister lived across the country. Guess who ended up doing most of the daily caregiving? My brother. Guess who felt guilty and defensive about not being there? Me and my sister. Guess who felt abandoned and taken advantage of? Also my brother. Distance creates inequality in caregiving that's almost impossible to balance. The sibling who lives closest does more. The siblings who live far away feel guilty but also resentful when the local sibling acts like a martyr. The local sibling feels abandoned and unappreciated. Everyone is right. Everyone is wrong. And mom's needs keep increasing while we fight. This went on for months. Every phone call became an argument. Every family gathering ended in tension. Mom's condition was getting worse, but we were too busy fighting each other to notice. Dad was trying to care for her alone because he didn't want to burden us with our conflicts. We were failing at the one thing that mattered most. That's when the coffee mug flew across the room. My sister had flown in for the weekend specifically to discuss Mom's care. My brother had prepared a detailed plan without consulting anyone. I was trying to mediate. My sister exploded. She accused my brother of being controlling. He accused her of being absent. I accused both of them of not caring about what I thought. Dad started crying. Mom asked who we all were. In that horrible moment, something shifted. We all stopped talking. We looked at Dad crying and Mom confused. We realized we were destroying the family we were supposedly trying to help. Something had to change. We couldn't keep doing this. What happened next saved our family. My brother did something he'll never forget. He said, "I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared. I'm exhausted. I need help." Those words broke through everything. Because he was right. We were all scared. We were all exhausted. We all needed help. We just didn't know how to say it. That vulnerability opened a door we didn't know existed. For the first time in months, we stopped defending our positions and started sharing our fears. My sister admitted she felt guilty about living far away. I admitted I was overwhelmed with my own family responsibilities. My brother admitted he was burned out and resentful. Dad admitted he was terrified of losing Mom and didn't know how to ask for help. This is the turning point most families never reach. We think admitting fear or exhaustion means we're failing. We think asking for help means we're weak. We think showing vulnerability means we don't love our parents enough. But the opposite is true. Vulnerability is what saves families during elder care. It's what saved ours. From that conversation, we made 3 crucial decisions that transformed everything. First, we hired a professional care coordinator. This wasn't about having enough money for fancy care. This was about having someone neutral to help us make decisions and coordinate responsibilities. She cost less than we expected and saved us more than money. She saved our relationships. The care coordinator helped us see that we were all trying to solve the wrong problem. We were fighting about logistics when we needed to address emotions first. She made us each write down our biggest fear about Mom's care. My brother's fear was that Mom would suffer because we couldn't agree. My sister's fear was that she'd regret not being more involved. My fear was that our family would fall apart. Dad's fear was that he'd lose both his wife and his children. Seeing each other's fears written down changed everything. We stopped seeing each other as obstacles and started seeing each other as scared people trying their best. The care coordinator then helped us create a care plan that honored everyone's concerns and limitations. My brother would handle day-to-day logistics. My sister would research care options and manage medical information remotely. I would handle finances and insurance paperwork. Dad would focus on being Mom's husband, not her sole caregiver. The second decision we made was to establish clear communication rules. No more ambushing each other with plans. No more making unilateral decisions. No more guilt trips about who was doing more. We created a shared online calendar and document system. We scheduled weekly video calls where everyone could participate regardless of location. We agreed to assume good intentions and speak up about resentments before they exploded. These might sound like small things, but they were revolutionary for us. Structure removed so much of the chaos and resentment. When everyone knew what to expect and how to contribute, the fighting decreased dramatically. We still disagreed sometimes, but we disagreed productively instead of destructively. The third decision was the hardest and most important. We agreed to prioritize our relationship over being right. This meant that sometimes my brother had to let go of control. Sometimes my sister had to accept decisions she didn't fully agree with. Sometimes I had to stop mediating and take a position. Sometimes Dad had to let us make mistakes. We all had to choose connection over correctness. This doesn't mean we became perfect. We still had hard days. We still got frustrated. But we had a framework for working through conflict instead of letting it destroy us. When tensions rose, we could return to our agreements and our shared fears. We could remember that we were on the same team. Mom's condition continued to decline. Eventually, we did have to move her to a memory care facility. That decision was heartbreaking, but we made it together. We supported each other through the guilt and grief. We visited her together when possible and shared updates constantly. When she passed away 2 years later, we were holding her hands together. All of us. United. Here's what I learned from this experience. Elder care reveals everything about family dynamics. It exposes old wounds, unresolved conflicts, and unspoken resentments. It tests every relationship to its breaking point. But it also offers an opportunity for profound healing if you're willing to do the work. The work isn't about finding perfect solutions for your parents' care. Perfect solutions don't exist. The work is about choosing to see your siblings as allies instead of enemies. It's about admitting when you're overwhelmed. It's about asking for help. It's about forgiving old hurts and creating new patterns. It's about loving imperfectly but persistently. If you're in the middle of elder care conflicts right now, please hear this. You're not alone. Your feelings are valid. Your exhaustion is real. Your resentment makes sense. And your family doesn't have to fall apart. There is a path forward, but it requires vulnerability, structure, and a commitment to relationship over righteousness. Start by having the conversation we had after the coffee mug incident. Share your fears honestly. Listen to your siblings' fears without defending yourself. Hire help if you possibly can, even if it's just a care coordinator for a few sessions. Create communication structures that work for your family's reality. And choose connection over being right, every single time. Elder care is one of the hardest things a family can go through. But it doesn't have to destroy you. It can actually bring you closer if you let it. Our family is stronger now than before Mom got sick. We know each other better. We trust each other more. We've learned how to navigate hard things together. That's the unexpected gift hidden in the heartbreak. Your family can find this too. It won't be easy. It will require more vulnerability and humility than you think you have. But it's possible. And it's worth it. Because at the end of the day, after your parent is gone, you'll still have your siblings. Make sure you still want them in your life. The coffee mug that shattered on our floor that day broke more than ceramic. It broke through our defenses and our pride. It forced us to see what we were losing while we fought about what we were trying to save. Sometimes you need something to break before you can build something better. For us, that broken mug led to a healed family. I hope sharing our story helps you find your own path from heartbreak to healing.